Spatial process heat flow. Regions R1 fields temp. R2 fields temp. Conditions adjacent. R1 R2. Greater than temp R1, temp R2. Variables heating rate. Expansion rate. Diff. Temp R1, temp R2. TP1 temporal process heat flow. Influences I temp heating rate. Stop conditions equal temp 1. Temp 2. TP2 temporal process heat flow. Complex issues arise in spatial analysis. Issues in spatial analysis include the limitations of mathematical knowledge, the assumptions required by existing statistical techniques, and problems in computer-based calculations. On the street, every day is a motherfucking job. Characteristics of the mapped object that are not relevant to the map's purpose. This is the concern of generalization. Reduce the complexity of the characteristics that it will be mapped. This is also the concern of generalization. Hong Kong, 28 September 2010. OMA's first completed project in Hong Kong opens today. Play is free, is in fact freedom. 7. Play is not ordinary or real life. 7. Play is distinct from ordinary life both as to locality and duration. 8. Play creates order, is order. Play demands order absolute and supreme. 9. Play is connected with no material interest, and no profit can be gained from it. 10. Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, George Bush. Play category, play concept, play function. I walk on glass and desert sand. I can still taste you. Most streets, including the pavement, are considered public space, as are town squares or parks. Government buildings which are open to the public, such as public libraries, are public space, although not considered public space. Privately owned buildings or property, visible from sidewalks and public thoroughfares, may affect the public visual landscape, for example, by outdoor advertising. Parks, malls, beaches, waiting rooms, etc. may be closed at night. As this does not exclude any specific group, it is generally not considered a restriction on public use. Entry to public parks may be restricted based upon a user's residence. 1. In Nordic countries like Norway, Sweden and Finland, all nature areas are considered public space. Due to law, the Allemansrätten, the right to common passage around the sun. Mass always attracts mass. Networks constitute the new social morphology of our societies, and the diffusion of networking logic substantially modifies the operation and outcomes in processes of production, experience, power and culture. Cultural deterritorialization describes the way in which people now feel they belong to various communities, despite the fact they do not share the common territory diaspora with all the other members. Do cultural flows emanate in main from a particular source or sources and travel mainly in certain directions? Flow and fluidity are equals from the same origin, from the same mouth. Kisses and breath. Ethnoscape, technoscape, finanscapes, ideoscapes, mediascapes, divergent thinking, drawings and models. Expansion region names a local variable expansion region. From region and to region, defined from op conditions, in analogy with the temporal process.